Red Barrel's just dropped one of the biggest updates in the Outlast Trials yet, the Invasion update. As well as the new game mode, we see the return of creepy limited time event, Program Geister. Today I'm breaking down everything that's new, how it changes the game, and my honest thoughts after checking it out. So first off, what is Invasion? The devs say Invasion allows players to take the role of imposters as they go through the trials, donning the appearance of reagents, striving to complete their own objectives and survive. Basically now reagents are at risk of being invaded by player-controlled imposters. All your items and rigs work against the imposters like they would any enemy. Your goal is to survive and complete the trial. If you play as an imposter, you must invade the trials and kill the reagents. It can be difficult to spot an invader as they mimic the appearance of reagents present in the trial. Their biggest giveaway is they have a knife. I've thrown many bottles at my fellow reagents thinking they were invaders, so the game has clearly gotten under my skin. Invaders must kill all the reagents before they finish the trial. You can choose the role of reagent or imposter, or select the random option and receive bonus XP. I wish more people would choose random. I keep on being stuck with a host who wants to play as the imposters, and to be honest, I think the mode works best when you alternate roles. I've heard people report the opposite, so your mileage may vary. After each match, you and your team will be placed in the new trial with your roles swapped, but I've often found people just exit after one match. I think the increased difficulty is making more people quit out, or maybe they just want to play as imposter. I've mentioned in previous videos that I'm not much of an online gamer. I can count the games I've played on my hands. I played COD 4, Halo, etc. back in the day, and more recently I played some GTA Online, mainly racing. I played some Hunt Showdown, but everyone got very good at that game. Then I played the Outlast Trials and Night Rain. I think I enjoy co-op games more, as I'm not that competitive. Don't get me wrong, I'll scream at someone while playing a pub quiz, but I never really cared about being better than someone at something. I'm saying all this because I read people's concerns about the update forcing players to do PvP in this PvE co-op game. And I understand why they would be worried. You don't want a load of toxic wankers ruining the Outlast Trials. But one thing I will say is I think the game needs a little bit of a mix-up to gain more attention. I'm hoping that this update will attract more players, who will hopefully stay for other modes once they're immersed in the trials. I've only had a few sessions, but I'm having fun with the update, and I'm looking forward to playing more. With the game being PvE for so long, there is something to be said about the thrill of stabbing a poor unsuspecting reagent in the back, and then hearing their panicked plea for their teammates' help over the voice chat. So back to the mode itself, how does it work? Well, not all imposters are deployed at once. While you are waiting to be deployed, you monitor the trial environment via surveillance cameras. It's actually more interesting than it sounds. You can turn the game around by cycling through cameras to spot a rogue reagent hiding, while your imposter teammate is on the hunt. Imposters are on a 2-minute timer while in the trial, and you are shocked to death if you don't hurry to the insertion gate. When an imposter returns to the insertion gate, the next imposter is deployed. The rotation continues until all imposters run out of lives, the trial ends, or reagents are killed. Imposters are unleashed once reagents complete the final objective, and must escape the trial. I have heard people say that you get mobbed by the imposters at the shuttle doors while trying to escape. I've had that happen once. I wonder how they can balance that. Imposters will also be able to hear the voice of their victims when they are being killed. This can be turned off in the pause menu, but don't, keep it on. The number of deployed imposters scales with the number of reagents in the trial. So if there is 1 to 2 reagents, 1 imposter is deployed. With 3 to 4 reagents, 2 imposters are deployed at once. Where things get confusing is scaling. On the dev blog, they describe how difficulty scales as you play. Invasion difficulty will scale as you play. Early runs will feature fewer trial options and no XPOP specialists. As you progress and play more of the invasion experimental therapy, more trials will be added to the pool and XPOP specialists will be deployed. The scaling is 1 to 10 matches, minimal pool of trials, 11 to 50 matches, limited pool of trials, 50 plus matches, all trials, and specialist X-Pops are deployed during the trials. It's getting a little technical, so let's move on. Imposters can use enhancements, just like reagents. You will be able to visit Barlow, the pharmacist, in the sleep room to acquire the upgrades for your imposter role. This is one area where I am confused, because I haven't received a single token to upgrade. They address this in the hotfix notes, but I still haven't won any. Anyways, the Imposter Chems are as follows. Imitate. Carry a fake item to pretend you are a true reagent. Slash. Reduce cooldown after a successful slash. Stab. Faster preparation to stab to kill. Basically reduced charge time. Stalk. Move faster while preparing a stab. Brutalize. Complete stab faster, with less struggle time. Retreat. Extend the time to return to insertion gates. This would be good to get a second attack in. Lurk. Increase range of attack from within a hide spot. Pursuit. Increase running speed. Evasion. Press crouch while running to slide. Breach. Break through blocked doors with less hits. Hopefully I'll get to use one of them one day. The last thing I'll touch on with Invasion is matchmaking. Matchmaking in Invasion prioritizes balance and unpredictability. When you play as an imposter, the system first looks for reagents currently running trials from the Invasion program, then expands to other programs like Genesis, events, or routine therapies, if none are available. You can also invade friends' trials directly, once you reach level therapy 30 and have proper privacy settings enabled. But you still need friends. At the same level, you unlock Global Invasion, allowing any trial you play to be invaded by imposters, though you can toggle this feature off anytime in privacy settings. And matchmaking uses your current group, so it's best to assemble your team beforehand. Finally, invasions aren't guaranteed. They're designed to be a rare, unpredictable surprise that keeps everyone on their toes. I hope that all makes sense. I'm having a blast with the update, and if you haven't tried it yet, give it a go. Change your settings to allow imposters, turn your mic on, and give it a stab. With all of the hype around the imposter update, you may have missed that Program Geister is back. They say Program Geister is an experimental form of convergent hallucinatory therapy designed to amplify the unforeseen side effects of the trials, leaving surviving subjects with prolonged psychological harm. Players can experience the event by completing trials within the Geister program and earning event tokens through trials and special Geister tasks. The program also introduces unique variators that alter the gameplay. Extract organ samples requires collecting organs from deceased reagents. Hallucinations blur the line between trauma and reality. And they've given me a few jump scares capturing this footage. Extra NPC imposters have been added, and they've gotten me a few times. Enraged enemies puts foes on high alert, making survival even more challenging. The first new MK challenge I will mention is Investigate the Minotaur. Corporate power and dynastic wealth are the cornerstones of free societies, but only so long as extracurricular activities can be kept quiet. Once private hobbies became public scandal, the guilty must be exposed and destroyed, so more tedious dynasties can be put in place. Find the evidence of the Buffalo Minotaur's crimes, bring it to the press, and we will let you out. I'm not going to go too in depth on this trial, but I'm happy to see another trial is set in the shopping mall. It's interesting approaching from another entrance, and this time the mall is plunged into darkness, and it helps to make things more tense than the previous trial set here. We encounter a journalist at the entrance, and he asks us to gather evidence that will incriminate Otto and Aurora Cress. I'm pleased that the two feature again, and that the objective is linked to their murderous tendencies. We must use the fuses to unlock gates and gain access to the twins' workshop behind a prescriptions counter where the evidence is kept. The main thing I enjoy about this trial is the twins' lair. Inside we find a lot of items relating to the pair, such as a medical guide, cadavers wrapped in cloth, perfume bottles, jars filled with body parts next to more body parts. These are kept behind cages labelled with identity numbers from inmates. The main objective is a box. Fuck me. The main objective is a box with a jar of organs inside. The label says Cress Chem, test subject number 74, 120KR8. I wonder what that means. This is likely a similar setup to the one they had before entering the trials. The aftermath of their brutal murders may have provided useful specimens for their research. We've already seen how Aurora used potions on her victims. Perhaps they shipped samples off to Cress Chemical for analysis.
You are the mesmerist, gently murmuring behind the pendulum, guiding the sleepwalking children into the grinder called propriety. Change the channel, switch the program, and we will let you out.
The television screen is the retina of the mind's eye, where anything is true and anything is possible, especially when the audience cannot see the tools that are shaping their mind. Take control of the broadcast, reshape the subliminal message, and we will let you out. Lastly, we have the MK challenge, Beguile the Children. In this trial, we must use film reels and projectors to work out the code to escape the trial. I like the way you have to match the reel to the projector. If you get the wrong number, the code will display as blank. The trial is based in the fairground. It's interesting to get to see inside of the spaceship. The bulk of the trial is themed after Alice in Wonderland. We see various references to the story, as well as the Mad Hatter himself down in the basement. The castle features upside-down rooms with glass floors and wonky staircases which mess with your perception. The maze-like layout is effective. The first time I played this map on multiplayer, I kept on getting turned around and had no idea where the objective was. I love the visuals in this trial, it's a treat for Halloween. I hope they make more trials with this level of visual creativity. That's all I'm going to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you did, and let me know what you've enjoyed about the latest update in the comments. Thank you to everyone that has supported me on Patreon and YouTube membership. I'd like to thank Austin Armstrong, L21K1S, Zaya Jackson, Devious Minds, Victoria Smith, Yanissimo, 2D Glasses 05, and Pandanaut. Thank you.